Red light and a screen wash leads to this lady losing everything. We make hundreds in deposits for phones we'll never sell.
I'd like to smash the bloody place up, to be quite honest with you.
And people lose their wallets to the hands of security guards. This is the real hustle. We're going to uncover the secrets behind the most popular scams being carried out by con artists in Britain today. Our real hustlers are Alex, the confidence trickster; Jess, the sexy swindler; Paul, the scam artist. They have been travelling the UK to demonstrate to our hidden cameras exactly how the cons work. All the people in this show have been hustled for real, and after being given their money back, they agreed that the footage could be shown so you can avoid being ripped off by the same scams.
This next scam has been happening all over Europe, and it takes advantage of a common flaw in car security.
The team are heading for a rendezvous at a carefully selected location. They are getting into position around this traffic light controlled crossroads.
My name is Grandma Funk, y'all. Funk if you're nasty, darling. And you got to be nasty.
Paul manoeuvres the van to allow a quick getaway.
You know what I'm saying? Give me volume on everything, cause I want you to hear me. I want to hear myself. I want the world.
Jess is posing as a cheeky charity fundraiser. She'll wash your windscreen for a donation. Alex will go one further and clean you out for nothing in a scam known as boot popping.
I see you, baby. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. I see you, baby. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Woo! Close your eyes.
The team know the timing of the lights and that they hold on red long enough for them to do their work. Jess waits on the traffic island for a mark to come to her. Alex watches from the side. Paul keeps the engine running. He's parked the van facing up the road, whilst prospective marks will be travelling down the road. This improves his chances of a clean getaway. This scam relies on being able to completely distract the victim. A cheeky top and cheerful chatter will hide Jess's darker motive of distracting the mark, so Alex can do his work undetected. A car arrives and is trapped by a red stoplight. Jess launches into her act on the captive mark.
Hi, I'm collecting for the local church charity, so I'm just going to clean your windscreen for you because it's a little bit dirty, but don't worry, it won't be too long. So any donations that you have will be much appreciated. Anything from like £1 or £2 or anything.
As Jess crosses to the driver's window, Alex takes his cue to go in. The mark hasn't seen what Alex is up to. He trawls for any valuables. Alex has got lucky. There is a suitcase and a handbag.
I've got a key in the screen right now anyway.
The driver still hasn't noticed that she's being robbed. The bags are loaded and it's time to go. The lights change and Jess waves a friendly goodbye to the victim that she has helped to rob. The driver hasn't got a clue as to what has just happened back at the lights. This robbery is sadly all too common. We catch up with the driver, and before we give her back her stolen luggage, we get her side of the boot-popping heist.
Oh, I've lost my bag. I had my overnight bag in as well, like my little pulley suitcase. The only person I've seen between now and then was the charity girl cleaning my window. And if she had an accomplice.
Car crime makes up over 20% of all recorded crime in the UK each year. So how can the motorists protect themselves from this particular type of theft?
Even when you're driving, try to be security conscious. Never leave any valuables on show in your car. And remember that if your doors are unlocked, the likelihood is that your boot is unlocked too. So if you have the options to change the settings in a car, make sure you do so and lock your boot.
With 61 million mobiles connected to the UK network, everyone's always after the latest phones. Now that's a great opportunity for any hustler.
Looks can be deceiving, and there is something odd about this empty shop that is attracting attention.
I'd like to smash the bloody place up, to be quite honest with you.
I've lost 250 quid, just like that.
It seems like there's nothing I can do about it at the moment.
Because 24 hours earlier, it was a mobile phone shop, and it really was a case of phones for us. The team starts dressing their new mobile phone shop. All they need to do to make it look authentic is to give it a silly name, have a couple of mobile phones for display, and a lot of empty boxes. But what's special about this shop is that in 24 hours, it won't exist. The shop is wired for sound and vision, so you won't miss a thing, and the customers won't suspect a thing either. This camera is behind a two-way mirror. Alex opens for business. He and Paul are the salesmen, while Jess waits for a cue as the convincer, someone who pretends to be a satisfied customer in front of the potential victims. Alex and Paul run over the plan.
An £800 phone.
Yeah, we'll take a deposit or a full payment. We'll tell them to come back, pick up their phones, but by the time they come back to pick up the phones, we're gone.
Would you hand over a deposit or the full amount at a shop like this for an item you would have to come back and collect? The bait is a huge saving on the normal price, but keep watching to see how the team reel them in with image, play acting and downright lies. The first customer arrives. Already 2 men in suits and a stock shop seem real enough.
How can we help?
How did you go, phone?
All right, my colleague can have a...
How are you?
Not too bad, thanks.
What's your name?
Mike.
I'm Paul. How are you?
Their sales talk is believable.
Well, what we're selling are the best phones, the most up-to-the-minute phones, for the best prices.
Now Jess makes her entrance, a happy shopper there to pick up her phone.
For retail.
If the victim had any doubts, then this little act reassures him that the money up front will be honoured by delivery of goods.
It's on the very top shelf there.
All right.
Yeah, sure. This is
Quick. Take care.
50 quid, that would be this one here. That is $59.99.
He has no idea as he pays his deposit that the shop will be gone, and so will his cash by the next morning.
Yeah, we'll do.
In case I'm not here.
So, before 10 tomorrow, yeah?
After 10 tomorrow.
After 10
After 10 tomorrow.
All right, that's great.
All right,
Lovely.
thank you very much.
For your help.
Thanks very much. Take care.
Cheers, thank you. I'll see
Bye-bye.
you soon. Cheers, bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Well, we just made 50 quid. What did we sell?
We sold them... well, we actually didn't sell them anything.
I think we sold them a little piece of paper about this place.
Sold them a little receipt.
Another victim and another lost deposit.
But if you come with that tomorrow morning, your phone should be here. Yeah? To another shop, I think.
But now see how Paul skillfully persuades a customer to part with the whole amount.
Great.
Hi there, good morning.
If you want to pay the full amount today, I'll give you 10% off.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 50 down, it's 250. So
The bonus 10% discount is enough to clinch the sale. And worse still, the victim pays by credit card. And with professional scammers, this means they will take the opportunity to steal his card details and his PIN.
Yeah,
after 10.
if either of us are not here, make sure you've got your receipt. Yeah?
Yep.
Great.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, bye-bye.
It's time to shut up shop and count the takings.
You've got about 1,300.
With the victims not due to return until the next morning, our team have got plenty of time to clear up and clear off. The fake wall and hidden cameras are removed to leave a barely recognisable empty shop. Our ripped-off customers are left with nowhere to go and no way to get their money back.
Well, what's just happened is I've gone to that shop yesterday to get a phone. One that I've been looking at for a while. I'd actually been saving up to get it. And I've gone back today and they've cleaned out the shop. They're gone, so I've obviously been conned. I've lost 250 quid, just like that.
I want to get my money back. That's the main thing. I really want to get my money back.
There's an old saying, if a hustler wants your money, all he needs to know is what you want. Don't be tempted into giving your money to a company you've never heard of unless you get the product in your hand.
Coming up, a routine security check ends in these people losing their wallet.
Shouldn't have been able to frisk me, really. That's a bit out of line.
The team are in Manchester's fashionable Canal Street, full of modern clubs, cafes and bars. Will any of the clientele be tempted by one of the oldest con tricks going? This is the 3 shell game, in this case played with 3 bottle tops and a P.
Come on, folks, try your luck. Anybody want to play? It's very simple, real money for real luck. All you have to do is find the P. Very simple, always starts there. You're going to move them around like that.
Paul is the operator, or the shell man, and he's looking for a victim.
Come on in. Come on in. Don't just look. Stand over there. All you got to do is guess where the P is. It always starts there. All right, where is it now? I haven't done anything yet. Like that. Perfect, just like that, watch. There's the P, you know where it is. All I'm going to do is move them around like that. I'll do it again, you know it's not there. Where is it? This one. It's not there, it's not there. It's got to be there. Now, sounds like fun, but it is for money. You want to have a try?
Yeah.
Yeah? Maybe for some money, £10?
Alex is a collaborator in the scam known as a shill. He is going to pretend to play the game and so entice the victims into betting.
Even money paid. If you give me a tenner, I'll give you 20 back. All right, where is it now? There it is. I'm going to try and confuse you. A little bit of that. Where is it?
Middle one.
Middle one? Look at that.
Sweet.
You got a winner. All right. 10.
Alex wins, and so the victims are conned into believing that they can succeed too. But the reality is that they don't stand a chance.
All right. Move them around like that. What? Bring the money out your pocket. What you got? Come on. Don't listen to her. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Feel the luck. Feel the luck. All right, a tenner. Tenner for which one? Middle one. Tenner for the middle
20
one.
on this one. 20 on that one.
I've got to take the bigger bet.
20 on that
I've got to take the bigger bet. Look, it's over there. You should have listened to this guy. He knows what he's doing. Do it again. This one's for you. Watch.
Hey, it's the money on that.
Alex loses, but this is all part of the plan to make the real players think that they are smarter and so are more likely to win.
This one there. Show me your money. What have you got? Make it 20 so he doesn't come over the top of you. Come on, make it 20.
20.
Right, you shouldn't listen to me, mate. I already know it's over there. Look, we'll do it again.
Jess is another shill, and she is there to squeeze more money from our victims by pretending to cheat for them against Paul.
Okay, one more time. Where is it? It's right there, yeah? All right, I'll do it for you this time.
Jess leans in and whispers her plan. She will mark the bottle top that has the P under it with a smear of lipstick. If the players pick that one, then they can't lose. Of course, we know that they can't win.
All right, it's in the middle one.
I think you're cheating.
Go on then, go on then. Don't drop it now.
Jess leaves a tiny mark on the bottle top with her lipstick.
Can I check it, just in case you... Yeah, all right, I know where it is. Now watch, very, very slowly, okay? You know exactly where it is. Where is it now? Come on, show me the money. Show me the money. What have you got?
20 quid.
20 quid. 20 quid on this one.
No, that one.
That one.
That one.
20 quid on that one. How much are you betting?
20.
On this one?
10.
This one?
That one.
How much? 20?
20.
20. Well, it's not there, mate. It's over there. Like that.
The victims have now lost £40.
It's, was that you?
No.
With barefaced cheek, Paul accuses the players of cheating, which allows him to close the game and keep the money, as well as seeing off his victims before they realise they have been
This is a
conned.
game for money. You can't cheat.
Look.
Okay?
I got
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. All right, I'm done. If you're not going to play fair, I can't play you. I'm sorry. Okay? Come on, folks, try your luck. It's a game. Anybody can play. Very simple.
Paul is up for snaring more players, while his victims have time to reflect on their defeat.
Well, initially, when I first went to have a bet on it, I didn't really think I would spend any money. But when the girl kind of like said, with this lipstick on it, that's going to be it. You kind of like assume, you know, how can it not be any different? So I guess because of the girl's presence made me spend a bit more money than I would have done.
I'm going to give you...
Paul, Alex and Jess are conning another pair. But even if these two choose correctly, they can never win. A skilled shellman uses sleight of hand and other tricks to always take your money.
Which one? That one, you should have said over there, mate. Sorry. That's how the game works. Sorry, guys.
The shell game is centuries old, and people are still falling victim to it all over Europe. The problem is, they will never win, as this game relies solely on the hustler's sleight of hand.
This is called the shell and pea. There's no pea here. There's no pea here. The pea starts right there, like that. Nothing under here. All you have to do is watch for the pea. Here we go. If I wanted to, I could put the pea here, or I could put the pea here. The pea, of course, is right there, and that's why you lose.
The real hustlers are going to show you how to get free drinks off your mates by using proposition bets on some unsuspecting customers in this local pub. The proposition bet suckers you in, as it is a bet on an event or outcome that you believe can only go one way. And it always does go one way, the hustler's way. So watch and learn.
The other, yes.
Alex, Jess and Paul have come to this pub with one intention: to con the locals. Jess has spotted a couple of likely looking lads and decides to play a little trick on them.
Are you two twins? You are? Can you sit next to each other?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Oh my god, it's real funny. Can you look at each other? That's like looking in a mirror.
Twins should have no trouble copying one another, but can they copy everything that Jess does?
Badly. I bet that you can't copy, you know, like a mirror image?
Yeah.
Everything that I do.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, well this is quite good because we've got the same glasses. Take your glasses. I'll put a pan down as well, so it's just the glasses. You've got to put that. And all you need to do is copy everything that I do. If you can't do it, you buy me a drink and a ticket. If you can do it, I'll buy you both a drink. Yeah? That sound fair? Okay. So, hands in the cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
You swallowed it, didn't you?
Yeah.
I told you couldn't copy me.
It's true.
I'll have a glass of wine, and I think they'll have a couple of pints. Okay. Thank you.
That was a good trick.
Pickpockets are always looking for new ways to get close to their victims. And there's nothing that achieves that better than a good, old-fashioned uniform. These are going to work a treat, aren't they? Ready to go.
Alex and Paul are off to practice their security guard pat-down routine. Our hustlers have gone to this aircraft museum in Manchester. It's a good location because it's large, has many secluded spots, and we would naturally expect security at places like this. Jess will be helping the boys out later, but first, Alex and Paul find a part of the museum that isn't being watched by the real security guards. Whilst no one is watching, they put on their fake uniforms, with a little bit of help.
Excuse me, madam. Can I just take my hat? Just take it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Move along.
Right. Let's get into character.
Now fully kitted out as security guards, all they have to do is wait, and it's not long before their first victim arrives.
Excuse me. Could I ask you to come over here for just a second, please? Routine security check. May I look inside your bag?
Because he is wearing a security guard's uniform, she allows Paul to delve into her bag.
Do you have anything sharp in here at all? Anything I should be aware of?
Anything in your back pockets here at all?
No.
No? Nothing in your back pockets?
While Alex distracts the mark, Paul takes her purse out of the bag.
Just see if there's anything here. Okay.
I'll use it.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thanks very much for your help.
Bye-bye.
An easy steal. Now Jess comes into play.
Excuse me. Can we just check inside your bag for a second, please?
It feels completely normal that they would check Jess's bag as well. Paul simply slips in the stolen wallet and Jess walks away with the evidence. It's not long before another mark walks into the trap.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you to come over here for just a second? It's a routine security check. Do you mind putting your arms up for me, please? Check here. Do you have anything sharp in here?
No.
At all? No? How about here? No?
There goes the wallet.
Put your arms down. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a lovely day.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
He even thanked Paul for making him feel secure, not realising that he has just lost his wallet.
And check inside your bag.
Again, Jess comes back to take away the evidence. As the next mark approaches, it's time for Alex to practice his distraction techniques and empty this guy's pockets.
Like this for me. Thank you. Have you got anything in your pockets? Nothing in here?
Just my phone and my wallet.
Open your phone.
Wallet number 3. Alex distracts the mark's attention while he passes his phone straight over his shoulder.
Thank you for your help. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Staying too long could arouse suspicion. It's time the hustlers made a clean getaway, and we came clean with their victims.
Move along, please. Move along.
My purse is in my bag. I think the guy that was checking my bag might have taken my purse out of my bag. I wouldn't have realised they weren't security guards.
Right. That was probably too trusting. You know, guy stands up with a security guard hat on and a security tab and asked me to lift my arms up. He's going to search me. Looks officious enough. I was like, trusting. Too trusting. More fool me.
I felt a bit stupid really because he didn't have like any real identification apart from the uniform, so I just felt a bit stupid. I'd just been sucked in by someone walking up just in a uniform. Shouldn't have been able to frisk me really. That's a bit out of line.
This con works because of social compliance. We are all preconditioned to react in certain ways, especially when confronted with figures of authority, and people generally will do what they're told. Now, all a con man does is abuse that situation.
Hustlers are experts at getting a free ride. When they're on the road, they'll try and pay for absolutely nothing. There are more than 26,000 restaurants in the UK employing over 500,000 people. And there's nothing a hustler likes more than a free lunch.
Alex and Paul have targeted this restaurant. Alex intends to gorge himself at the owner's expense, and with our hidden cameras in place, we can see exactly how the bill switch works.
Can I get you a drink while you're looking at the menu?
Yes, I think I'll have a bottle of the Chardonnay. Please.
A whole bottle of Chardonnay. Not cheap, but then Alex isn't worried. After all, he won't be paying.
Can I get the Greek meze?
Certainly.
And I think I'll have the ribeye.
How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium, please.
Thank you very much.
So far, Alex has racked up a bill of £45, but he won't let that spoil his appetite. Meanwhile, Paul must wait patiently nearby for the signal to say that Alex is ready for him to play his part in the con. With only the remains of his main course and dessert to go, a text signals Paul that it's time for him to go in.
please.
Sure, just for coffee. Follow me.
Alex has got room for a dessert, but what about Paul? He's settled for a cup of tea. For this con to work, both Paul and Alex must get their timing exactly right. First, Paul must get his bill. And now it's Alex's turn.
Yes, of course. There you go. Thank you.
Alex's bill is £63, and this is how he gets out of paying. Alex isn't going to do a runner. He's on his way to the toilets with the bill tucked in his pocket.
Lovely.
On the way back, there is a simple substitution. Alex makes it look easy. Alex's bill is now 65p for 1 cup of tea, and he must make sure he pays a waitress who hasn't served him.
Thanks very much. Cheers, bye-bye.
The waitress suspects nothing. Now Paul must brazen it out.
Excuse me. Oh, I had a cup of tea for £63.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Looks nice. But...
Again, the waitress assumes that the customer is right. In Paul's case, he is. But a con like this could cost the waiter or waitress their job.
Oh, thank you.
As the team head off, it's Paul's turn for a slap-up meal. On the house, of course.
Oh, I'm stuffed, mate. Starving.
Where do you want to go?
Where's the most expensive place in town?
Ivy, please, mate. The actual switching of the bills is only a very small part of the scam. What's more important is the pressure that you put on the waiting staff, making them feel it's their fault and getting the decision-making back to them. I mean, most of the time, they'll even apologise to you.
If you work in a restaurant, try to be really wary of taking payment from tables that you actually haven't been serving. And remember, the customer isn't always right.
Keep your wits about you. Hustlers are everywhere. And remember, if it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is.